Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Natasha here, and if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I did my brows off camera because I'm trying something new with my brows, but I'm not sure if I like it yet. So before I show you how I do my brows, I'm first just gonna figure it out because I started to use the NYX brow glue. And I mean, it holds really well, but it's a little bit, I don't know, like oily, serum-y feel on my brows. So I'm not sure how to use it yet to the way that I like it, because I genuinely like the hold, but I'm still figuring that out. But anyway, let's start with the eyes. Okay, so I'm priming my eyelid with the Inglot Camel Concealer in the shade 107. This is like one of the lightest concealer shades. This has been my routine for forever. I know I need to try new things, but I'm that person that if I like something, I'm going to stick with it. So I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. And the reason I like using a light concealer, because I feel like the color payoff for any eyeshadow is so much better, and you can really see it. So this is why I like using a light concealer. If you guys are using any eyeshadow primers that you would like me to try, please let me know in the comment section so I can give it a try and see if I like it. Okay, so now that it's blended in, I'm going to use the shade 292 from Inglot, and I'm just going to use this as my transition shade. I'm going to apply it very lightly to the lid and just keep it over here. And go in circular motions, and I like to go in the outward direction. And just applying. And this is just nice for when you are doing your smoky shades or any other shade. It just blends so nicely, and it just gives that nice smoky finished look, which is the look you want. You want everything to just look blended. So that is literally how I would apply my transition shade. Very lightly, just keeping it smoky. Okay, so now I'm going to use the shade 300, and I'm just going to deepen my crease and give it a nice smoky finish. So I'm just going to focus a little bit lower than where I put the transition shade, and I'm just going to blend that in. Okay, so when you are blending, I personally prefer to blend in small circles like this as I'm going into the inner corner, because the product will be exactly where you want it to be and not all over the show. So that's what I do. And I focus most of the product on the outer end. So that's what I'm doing with this shade. And I'm just really working it into the outer end because I want that intensity at the end of my eye. And whatever's left over, I just blend it in because you don't want it to be too harsh. Everything needs to blend nicely. So I did this eye off camera, but I'm going to use the shade 705. It's called Cheers from Inglot. This is the shadow. It's super shimmery. It's not really picking up nicely on camera, but it's super shimmery. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. It's almost as intense as Inglot's pigments. So if you've tried their pigments, you would understand. It's really stunning. I absolutely love this. So I'm just going to take a flat brush and pack it on the crease where I cut. really like put a lot of this color on because I want the shimmer to pick up. And I'm not swishing or doing wiper motions. I'm literally just packing the product on the brush, dabbing off the excess, and then pressing it into the lid. And I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but when you move, it gives like a golden, pink, white shimmer. It's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. I really like it. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. I could really put on so much of this color on my lid. I really could, but I'm going to stop here and smoke out the outer corners of my eye. Okay, so I'm literally just going to use a dark brown shade. I can't get the color out of the palette because it's kind of stuck in there, but I'm just using this one. Any dark brown shade would suffice, but a warm undertone. So I'm just going to put that product on my brush and then focus on my outer end. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Okay, so just focus it here. And I'm pushing it inwards because I don't want to take any of the shimmer and move it all over my lid. So I'm just going to push it in. Push it in. Because as I'm pushing it in, I am lifting some of the product, some of the shimmer. So it's still on the brush. So I just dab when I'm finished to get all of that off and continue. And then I'm just going to take my blending brush, the same brush I used for the crease color, and just blend that outer end so that everything can blend together nicely. So now I'm just going to go back in with the transition shade and just warm up the brown on the outer ends, and also by doing that I'm blending everything in together so that it just looks nice and smoky. So I'm just going to blend very lightly, and it's just going to warm up the outer ends. I'm going to do a gel liner, a black liner. This is Inglot 77. It's waterproof, so it really stays. But I don't want it to be too much of a wing. So I'm just going to do a nice line and let it thicken at the end and blend it in because I don't want a wing look. I just want it to be a nice smoky look, but I want the attention to mostly be on the shimmer. So I'm just going to put this on my brush. This is an angled brush, a very small angled brush. It's the Inglot 42T. And when I do that, I like to press the brush onto like the lid, just to get all the excess off, but also once again to make the brush nice and thin and flat and pointy. So because my eyes are red, especially on the inner corner, like when I open my eye, it's very close here. So I don't always like to do a line there, but to make it look complete, I try to get the brush as close to my lash line as possible, and then I will thicken it as I'm coming out. So I'm really getting close. And even though it's so thin, it makes a huge difference. So I literally just applied a super thin line over there. And now as I'm coming out, I'll make it thicker. I'm sticking as close to my lash line as possible. And then when I get to the outer end, I turn on the brush and I use the pointy side and the outer corner. I'm just making a line as if I'm going to do a long wing, but I'm not. So I'm just keeping it sort of small. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a very small line. And then I'm going to allow the product to meet, to join. So then I just go from the outer end. And let that line meet. Once again, I don't want it to be like a wing, like a proper full-on wing. I just want it to be a little, like a tiny wing, but mostly just that nice black line, because I feel like it really finishes off a look. It just makes the look more bold and stand out better, especially when you are putting on your false lashes. It literally looks so gorgeous. So that's what the intention is for this wing. Okay, so now that is finished, I'm going to apply mascara to my lashes. I'm using the I Heart Extreme Volume Mascara from Essence. This is literally one of my favorite products, especially when it comes to mascaras. I just love this one, man, it's so good. This is the wand, and I feel like it just lifts my lashes. So stunning. And even if I don't want to wear mascara, not mascara, lashes, I just wear this and I'm content because it looks so pretty. So I'm just going to apply this and really wiggle it on. And I make sure that all my lashes are coated, because if I'm not going to do that and there's still some eyeshadow fallout that is on the lash, on my lashes, and I put false lashes on top, it's going to look like there's this little gap in between and it's not going to blend well together. So this is why I always apply mascara, and I do it to the top of my lashes and the bottom. And I apply a good amount. I apply a generous amount. Okay, so I finished my face off camera. I'm now going to finish my eyes with you and show you how I finish it off. So I'm going to go in with my kohl pencil from Inglot 01. It's just black eye pencil that you can use, and I'm just going to line my waterline. I'm just going to darken the outer end because I want that part to be the darkest. The shade that I used on my crease to deepen it, 300 from Inglot, this shade, I'm going to use to smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm just going to use this dome-shaped brush, and I'm just going to focus that on the bottom line. And depending on how low you want to go, I like to go just below my creases that I have in my eyes, or wrinkles. Not wrinkles, we call them creases. Creases. I like to go just a little bit lower, just to kind of hide them. And I'm going to be applying mascara, so that's why I just go a little bit lower. And I like to flick it into the eyeshadow on the outer end, so it just connects nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the mascara to my lower lashes. And as you can see, these little clumps that formed. I hope it's picking up on camera, so I'm just going to use this eyebrow brush and use the comb section just to comb it through. And it just helps take out the clumps nicely. I cannot end off any look without highlighting the inner corners of my eye. I just absolutely love it so much. So I'm going to use the highlighter that I used on my cheekbones. I'm using the shade what is this? Precious Petals from Wet n Wild. So I'm just going to put that in my inner corners. And sometimes I can go a little crazy with this. So I'm trying my best to not overdo it. Like that. And now I'm going to do it just on the arch, below the arch of my brow. Okay, so I've just lined my lips. I'm going to fill it in with the Inglot Lip Tint in the shade 17. This is a matte lipstick. And I like to use a super dark brown lip liner. I just feel like it contours the lips so nicely. And then I go in with the lighter shade. I think the gloss is just going to add such a beautiful pop to the look. And just take it from like more glam to full glam, darling. Ooh. I think it's going to be pretty. I think with the gloss, it just added that extra pop and that extra full glam. And I'm actually super happy with this look. Oh my goodness. I really like it. So this is the final look. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell so that you will be alerted every time I post new videos. Let me know what you think about this look in the comment section below, and if there's anything you would like me to try out, any tutorials you'd like to see, then let me know. Thank you for watching. Mwah.